This is the worst deal that I have ever done. This house right here. Welcome back to the channel. Today's story is about the worst deal that I've ever done, and I want to give you guys a little bit of backstory on it. So lead came in and it piqued our interest because it was a large lot, and a lot of deals that we do for new builds where we purchase a house, subdivide the land off, build on the land, and then either remodel the house and sell it, or sell the house as is, or turn the house into a rental. So this really fit well within our buy box. We went out to the property, took a look at it, took pictures, and came up with an offer that was close to the seller's asking price that made sense. There was a lot of stuff in the property. We really couldn't see everything fully. What we ended up doing is setting a closing date that was about 45 days out, giving the seller enough time to get all of their stuff situated. It came down to the week of closing, and they had the most of their stuff removed from the property. We went in for a final walkthrough, and to our surprise, the interior condition was way worse than what we were expecting. There were sections where the floor was sagging pretty substantially. There were sections where the floor was really soft. So we approached the seller for a price reduction. Turned into this really emotional moment where the seller was practically in tears because we were asking for a reduced purchase price, and prior to that, I don't think that I've ever asked for a price reduction. It's not really part of our business model to just contract properties and then drop the price on sellers, but in this case, there was legitimate stuff that wasn't disclosed. We weren't able to see it because of the amount of stuff that was in this property. So we're about to pull up. Let's go check it out. I'll give you guys a little bit more juicy details about this whole story. So like this section here, this is where that fireplace was, and they had this massive cast iron stove, and there was so much stuff all from here over. And this is where the majority of all that leaks were because the chimney, there was like a gap, and so water was coming down behind it. So all of this was rotted, all of like the floor joists and subfloor here, basically all throughout this living space, and then all throughout this bedroom. So we were able to negotiate a price drop with the seller. It was a pretty emotional process with them, but they did agree to it. Once we were able to actually walk in and point out some of the stuff that we weren't able to see when we did the initial walkthrough, they did agree to it. And so it wasn't as much of a price drop as we were wanting to. I think we only dropped it by about $7,000, but it was something that ultimately we really needed in the end. So it turned out to be a lot worse than what we initially expected. Once we came in, the contractor started doing demo on the house. It turned out that most of the floor in this house was like completely rotted. Floor joists, subfloor, even the band sill across from this kitchen all the way to the front side of the living room was completely rotted. The crews that were in here were stepping through the floor at certain points and they were falling through. Like, it was just really, really bad. And the more that we unpacked, the worse it got. So thankfully we did have that price reduction, but it didn't even come close to the difference of what we actually needed to be able to cover the cost of all of that stuff. So what we ended up doing with it, we were able to sell off the land that was next to the property, and that was a little redeeming. So that helped us with the overall cost. We went to list the property, listed it on the market, took nice pictures. It went under contract pretty quickly, actually. And seller went through their process, they got their inspections done, and come to find out through the inspection process that there was an open building permit on the property. So the GC on this job pulled a building permit, didn't do any follow-up inspections, like none, and then just finished and then left, leaving us with an open building permit with no certificate of occupancy. That buyer quickly terminated, and then having to come back after the fact with the county to do inspections to cover all of the work would have been a nightmare undertaking. And so we made the call to just keep it and rent it, which ultimately sucks because we're leaving a lot of cash in this deal that we would rather use in other places, but our hands are tied, and that's really the only thing that we can do with it at this point. So a couple of things to take away from this. Here's my lessons learned. If I went back and started over on this deal, this is what I would have wanted to do. And number one would have been doing a more detailed inspection of the property, getting deep into the crawl space, looking at everything, and making sure that what we were buying wasn't going to be an absolute dumpster fire. Number two would be to always do an inspection on the well and septic system on the property. That was the first time that we bought a house in the city that was on well, and I kind of just assumed that because they have water, that it's all going to be good to go, and that just wasn't the case. Number three is when your contractor pulls a permit, always make sure that you're withholding the last payment or the last amount until you get a CO or a inspection that's been signed off. This would have prevented so many issues for us by making sure that they did what they were supposed to do. So I trusted the contractor just a little too much, assuming that he was going to do what he said he did, and ultimately he didn't. At the end of the day, I can blame whoever I want to, but ultimately I was lazy in my due diligence on this property, and it ended up costing me in the end. So if you want to save money and you want projects to go well, make sure you cross your T's and you dot your I's. Thanks for sitting with us. Thanks for walking through. Thank you for joining us today. Thanks for watching. If you reached this point in the video, I just want to thank you for watching along. Go ahead and like and subscribe to the channel, and then hit that bell notification if you want to be notified when we drop new videos. So put in the comments if there's any more info that you want to learn about to help us make more videos. And until then, see you next time.